Well, hey guys, welcome to the farm. My name is Aaron. And as you can see, it's getting cloudy. It's getting cold enough for us to be wearing layers, which we're super excited. Like, I want a hard freeze just so I don't have to deal with flies anymore. Before it rains, what we've got to do is pick all of our corn so it doesn't get moldy. Before I pick the corn, gotta get this dude back in his fence. Not really sure how he got out of here. Fix it. He's kind of a magician, this Harley. We should call him Houdini. All right, my man. Go on. Go on. You know where you're supposed to be. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. All right, fine. I'll give you one of these, and then you gotta go. Okay. Go on. Go on. Hey. Go on. Go on. Go on. Go on. I'm sick sunny on you. Go on. Go on. Go on. Sometimes we forget to turn on the electric fence, but we also ran out of hay, so they are looking far and wide. Fence is on. So I hooked up correctly. No. It's not even shocking. Ooh, real test. Yeah. Okay, that works. That works here. Let's see. Let's check.
Wait, did Sunny actually herd him in?
See, he's smart enough not to touch it, but he knows if he gets like a running start through there, the shock isn't very big. Hay is coming at 12:15. So it looks like I gotta harvest some corn before that happens. So this is the first time we've grown enough corn, we think, that we will have our own cornmeal for grits, cornbread, stuff like that for the whole entire winter. Now, next year we want to be a little bit more ambitious than that and even grow a portion of our animals' feed. Corn is one of those foods that stores really well. Like, you could save the seeds, you can plant it for later, and it's really nutrient dense, lots of really good uses on the farm, and it's delicious. The variety we've grown here behind me and in this row right here is Jimmy red corn. I think this little variety kind of snuck in there somehow, I'm not sure. But this is a really good example of how we like the corn to look. It's really good rows, tight rows. I don't see any signs of fungus or anything like that. Because when you store this, it can have funguses that are toxic to humans and animals. And so we're going to pull all of these off of the corn stalks, pull back the husks, put it in my bag here. Let's get going. Okay, so I went through this whole row and we didn't get a lot, which is kind of a bummer. But I was thinking back, we had this really random rainfall in September and we don't usually get that. And so leaving the corn on the stalks kind of let it get a little bit moldy. And so we've been able to get a few really good cobs, but some of it, I mean, it was too damaged. And so I'm gonna go through this row and already finding some really good pieces of corn. So it looks like it still might be a little bit undone, but I'm not leaving this one for rain to damage it either. So this is a good example of a lot of the stuff we've been finding. You know, you can see that fungus growing on in there. You know, this is a late season corn crop that we grew. We should have started this in April or something like that. But we started in July. So that rain kind of messed it up a little bit. This is really fun for us because honestly, this is the most corn we've ever grown, and this is really an experiment for us. We probably didn't grow near enough corn that we needed to. This is part of the homesteading and gardening experiment, is realizing, hey, we only grew this much this year at this time. How do we need to change that up next year so that we can have exactly what we need for all of our needs? But I'm getting into a few of these that are just like too green. I'll just show you what they look like. That's not mature enough for me to pick, but I did anyway. Still taste really delicious. And this is a grain corn, so it's very starchy. Like, this is not sweet corn that you would eat. I could eat it like that. But this one, see how it's kind of browning up on the outside? I'm assuming that this one's fully done. Oh, there we go. Let's take a look there. It's a nice big one. Just bust that end off there so it's good. And then I just remove all this, leave it out here so we don't have to make a mess with it inside, and we can just lay this on a counter in a dry spot, and that will continue to dry off. And once it dries off, these kernels will come out of the cob really easy. You leave the kernels whole until you're ready to grind them. I'm assuming this one's ready too. A lot of assumptions going on today. Ooh, look at those seeds. They look like pomegranates to me. It's really dark and beautiful, and that's gonna make our meal corn. So I guess I'm hoping for the rest of these that look like this. They're kind of green. You can tell they're pollinated when all the corn silk turns brown, but that doesn't mean it's like fully developed and ready to pick, especially in our instance where we want it to be, you know, ready for drying. For us, I think the lesson we learned this year is make sure that we grow the corn at the driest parts of the year, so that we can avoid some of this fungus and pest pressure. Come on, baby. But I'm excited. A little bit more organic food that we're raising for ourselves. You guys do us a favor, send us some good grits recipes. You know, because us Californians, we don't really know what we're missing. We're not pros at this. We just try our best, and the results we get, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not so good. This is a toss-up. The corn that we are harvesting now, once again, I'm not sure how far this is going to go for us, but we're excited to just keep experimenting, to keep figuring out what we use on our homestead a lot, what we don't. There are things in our gardens that will never grow again, and there's things like this that we know that we need to step up our game, and we'll do that next year. So smash that like, subscribe to the channel if you're not, click the notification bell. You know the drill. We appreciate you a ton. See you next time.